All right, we are back here on NetSN. I'm going to try to bring in Chris Watlington here in just a moment. He was covering this live, and we lost him for a second, so we're gonna bring him back in with us here in just a minute. We'll see if we can get him on. See if he gets back with us here in just a moment. We have Jalen Postel and from center versus Inman right now. Right now, 1-0, and it's 2-1 here in the second set. See if we can try Chris again here. If we can get him back for us to bring us the rest of the live action. Chris, you're back with us.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, we lost you for a second, Chris. We are back here. What did we miss? We were in that trying to get that tie. It was 2-1. We were in that fourth set or the fourth match of this set.
Yeah, we are. Jalen is up 3-1, and she's serving to go up 4-1. But once I lost the phone call, I started paying attention to my phone, and I'm really not exactly sure what this particular game is doing. I did just see Jalen win a point as Amon tried to push it to Jalen's left too far out of bounds. So Jalen is serving. I believe she is leading now. If she wins, she takes a commanding 4-1 lead, Brett. First serve into the net from Jalen. Are we still there? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. There's just, I think what part of the problem is a lot of people here in a short, small area using their cell phones, and I think it gets in the way. So Jalen hits a good serve, but a good one, good backhand from him. It's Iman's best backhand, or I mean forehand of this set. It surprises Jalen, and it goes into the net. So Iman takes that point. Jalen serves now. Oh, good. I thought that was a good one, just a little bit too far to the right. Second serve. In. And they establish at the baseline. Trading loops. Big, long, loopy shots. Iman makes Jalen move to her right. Iman to her left. Now they're squared up again, trading backhands. And, that was a normal line. I thought it was going to go too far. And, boy, there she had it. Iman had a chance to move Jalen where she wanted her, and she ended up moving her too far. Jalen will win that game, game 30, and is going to go up, Brett, a very commanding 4-1 as she holds her serve. She won the first one 6-1, so she may be 2 games away from making it to day 2 and round 3. A big thank you to Batters. Have you heard the
Batters Law Firm, right?
Commercial? Yeah.
If it matters, go to Batters. Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, I watch enough of the NetSN streams there, Chris. I think we lost Chris a second there. I would think he disappeared again on us, but yes, if your case matters, you got to go to Batters. Thank them for sponsoring us. Saying, Chris, I think we were back there.
Hello.
I was quoting the commercial. I must have quoted it wrong because you hung up on me again there, Chris. I don't know.
I'm not doing it on purpose. I think it's just we get overcome with
the good news is. The good news is you sound perfectly clear here on this end. On back here in the studio here, you sound.
I have such a lovely clear sound when I hang up on you.
Yeah, it's okay though. But I was just telling them that if their case matters, they go to Batters, right? That's
it. That's what it is. And they've come through for us big on our county coverage of all the teams other than the Center Rough Riders. They have just said, hey, we'll do that and the Rough Riders.
All right, we'll send it.
We want to be a part of every broadcast.
I'm gonna send it back to you, and I've got to go do something here real quick. But you take it from here, Chris. I'll be right back.
Thank you very much, Brett. Is Brett Swinney, who is the guiding light behind this NetSN that's been so good with us here on YouTube. Also want to say thank you to Mathis Realty, along with the Batters Law Firm. They have a presence in every single broadcast that we do across all platforms, and I appreciate that. Thank you, Mathis Real Estate. So many good properties across Shelby County and beyond. If you need real estate, go see Mathis Real Estate on Tenaha Street. the competitor from Lago Vista against Jalen desperately needing something to happen. She's played well. She's won a lot of points, but she's only won 2 games. Lost the first one 6-1. Lost is behind in the second one 4-1, but she wins the first point of her serve. Needs to hold the serve to have a reasonable shot here. Good first serve. Jalen hits a drop shot, but it doesn't fool Island. Now Jalen makes her move back, and the forehand is a little short. It's hard to hit a good forehand when you're moving fast backwards, and that's how that happened. Jalen made the exact right decision. 15 all. I want to say thank you to JBI Insurance as well. JBI has been a part of every broadcast since the first day of football season. Thank you very much, Joby. I hope you're feeling good. It's JBI Insurance. I'm not sure. I guess that must have been out. Yeah, first the serve hit the net and must have gone long. I'm guessing that. I'm going to say this is the second serve.
Well, if it hits the net, it's a let, right? You can't hit the net on a serve and doesn't.
Yeah, but if it lands, hits the net and lands in, you get to do it again.
Yeah,
if it goes net and goes long or wide,
yeah,
it's just a bad shot. And I guess that's what happened because she's going to get her second ball, so she's going to double fault and give Postel a point, something she really can't afford to do. She's down 15-30 and serving to her right to Postel. Interesting, and both of them have a dramatic pitch toss as they swing into their serve. Well, Postel made her pay for the second serve as she stood and squared her body and hit it in the corner, and Amon ran for it as best she could, never hit it. It was a complete winner. A return winner. It is now, I guess, double break point for Jalen. She's up 15-40. 2 chances to break and go up 5-1. Yep. Pushed that one wide, so the first serve is no good. And now all the pressure in the world.
yeah.
Might be your last serve.
Gotta have this
one. It has to be a good second. Gotta have it. But have to have a little something on it so Jalen doesn't punish you. So here it goes. Up. It's in. It's good. It's a backhand, kind of a neutral one. Amon hits a good forehand to Postel's backhand. Back to Amon's backhand. Trading shots. Oh, Postel wanted to put it away and did. Made just a huge overhand. Well, nice topspin forehand to the left-hand corner, and it landed right on the 90-degree angle. Right in the perfect spot. Amon lunged for it, couldn't get to it. It's 5-1. Jalen wins, and it's now serving for the match. Big thank you to Wayne Christian Associates. He had 3 daughters. All 3 of them played tennis for Leon Dykes and the O's and Lados. And a lot of the lessons they learned there, they have taken on into their life, including Liza, the eldest, who is now helping her dad at Wayne Christian Financial. Help her teach you some lessons about investment at Wayne Christian Investments. So,
that's some really good sponsors for today's match, Chris.
Yeah, not bad. Wayne Christian does good. He's all right. And second serve for Jalen, lost the first point. Mon hit a really good shot at her. And Mon goes and runs down a good ball. Jalen making her run, making her move. Backhand right now to the middle. Another one in the middle. Sizing each other up, waiting to move her. Moved her to the right, but Amon got there. Beautiful shot. And then Jalen got there. Cross for the beautiful point by Amon, her best point of the game. Jalen had 2 or 3 opportunities to end that point and made the right decision. And Amon just anticipated, got there, really good tennis, earned that point.
She's not quitting, that's for sure. It sounds like.
No, that's right. That's as good as you'll ever see. Jalen hits a shot that just plugs the net, but manages to roll over, so she gets the first serve over again. I mean, hit below the tape and managed to roll over. First serve again. Big serve to the forehand. Amon gets it back. Backhand to the Amon's backhand. Oh, beautiful pulled backhand. Jalen runs it down. Amon comes and puts it away. No, Jaden gets there, but it hits it too far. So 2 back-to-back excellent points by the lady from Lago Vista, the Viking, the Lady Viking. That's such a flattering thought. But man, the power of the Vikings on those last 2 points, really good from Amon. Best 2 points of the game by a long shot, and she is on the verge of breaking Jalen here, who's up 5-1 in the second set. Good serve. Amon puts it towards the right corner, but just a little bit too much. Lands out.
And we lost Chris again here. We'll see if we can get him back.
Just hit an ace as you lost me.
I was about to say, it was like I was getting into it there. It was getting intense here in this this little set.
Dang it. But after the ace, she missed 2 shots in a row. And even though she has won 5, Amon has won the second game. So she manages to break Jalen, which she just had to do. Jalen up a set and up now 5-2 as they switch parts of the court for what I'm sure Jalen hopes is her last switch. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep on Highway 96 is your home for Chryslers, and Dodges, but that last word, Jeep, and it's not really Chrysler. It's not really Dodge. It's Jeep. It's related to the Chrysler family, but if you are a Jeep aficionado, Center Texas is the place for you to be. Right, Chrysler Dodge Jeep. And Tammy Steptoe Realty, where realty becomes reality. She is in 30 minutes. Will be the title sponsor of the Shelbyville Dragon baseball and the Shelbyville Dragon softball. 2 games going on at the same time, both on the NFHS network.
Shelbyville's had a heck of a year, Chris, with sports this
year. Had they not?
Man.
Yes. A surprise run in football. And then I don't know that it's a surprise run in basketball, but all the way to the state finals. Maybe.
Probably farther than some people thought they were going to go.
Yeah.
Except for Larry. I think Larry had him pegged though. He was all in on the Shelbyville
After about
Dragon.
The third game, going all the way. That's right. And that's dang Larry. He said if they can get past Bagville, and they were able to do that at regional. And now baseball and softball winning playoff games. Mm-hmm. Tammy Steptoe, an old Shelbyville Dragon student who has 2 nieces on the team, says go Dragons, and also go Rough Rider tennis.
Hey, there may be some Shelbyville football this coming year too, Chris. Maybe.
I hope so. On NetSN, yeah. That's a culture that I'd like to kind of be a part of. Amon is serving now for her life. She has broken Jalen, but it's 5-2. Jalen's 1 win away from the match. So now she's just got to do everything right. Mm-hmm. Second serve is wise. She gives a point away, and that doesn't help. Now, we were talking about Tammy and Shelbyville, and I lost track of what the score was, but as it actually could be triple match point for Jalen. I'm not sure. This will be the game's 4th point.
We'll know here in a minute.
That's right. If they celebrate, we'll know. First serve a little long. I'm on taking a little extra time. A lot riding on this. The toss, it's good. Backhand from Jalen. Now a forehand, fiery one. Amon wants to drop it. Can't get it over the net. Jalen wins, but she doesn't win the game. She's going again. So
it must be 40-15 maybe now. I hope.
I'm thinking that must be what it is. 40-15. Here we go. Amon tosses. The shot is in. Backhand. And there's the drop shot, but it's real slow. Oh, man. Jalen gets there. makes Amon move. Amon goes and gets it, rescues it, puts it back. Jalen at the net, puts it away. Moved her left, moved her right, won the game, won the match 6-1, 6-2, which, by the way, is the same score that she won her first round. So far, Jalen has won her two matches by the score of 24-6.
Hey, that's
Not bad.
consistent, right? I mean, 6-1, 6-2.
Yeah, you're darn right.
Hey, I listened to the interview y'all had with her earlier, and she wasn't satisfied with that 6-1, 6-2 either. Like she thought she should have been allowed a point at all. Which that's the mindset you want, though, right?
That is the mindset that our coach, over 24 years of coaching the team now, has been able to establish. That kind of consistency pays dividends. When we come back, let me again say thank you to Steve Waters at Sabine State Bank for bringing this tournament to us. Sabine State Bank is your bank, your small bank with powerful power of an entire banking network behind it. Small town service, big time bank power. We will now transition into the Wiggins Farms post-game report, and here's how that's going to go, Brett. I'm going to run my mouth and walk across the.
Do I have? I wonder if I have any on this. I was just looking to see if because I brought up you guys is the one we use for football, and I don't know if it's the same post-game thing.
Yeah, it's not, but that's okay. If you have it, run it.
Let's see what it is.
Wiggins Farms. You know, they call them the watermelon family, but the product from their farm when the melon's just a baby, all the way through to the harvest to your table. It's the juiciest, best melons available. Wiggins Farms, hat not included.
And we're back, Chris. Wiggins post-game show.
Wiggins Farm post-game report, and I happen to have in my sights Coach of the Center Rough Riders, Coach Dice. Okay, that looked like more of a match, Coach, but ended up with the same result. Well, we're in the middle of an interview with our coach, but his magnetic personality turned the phone off.
I think he did it on purpose. Does he not want to interview with us, Chris?
Yeah. Okay. Can you hear me okay?
You're good.
Okay. Well, let's try that again. You were saying you thought that was a little more what you thought in round two.
It was going to be a tougher contest as far as we were going to have to earn our points a little more, but Jalen managed to play the key points better. Anytime there was a 30-all or deuce point, she hammered it down pretty much and was the more consistent player and definitely showed as a senior why she's here.
I've not seen her play but one match before today this year. Is this kind of Jalen tennis?
Oh, definitely. Her strength has always been her athleticism, her consistency. But what we've tried to add an element to that game is this year is learning how to finish opponents. Maybe not have these long rallies. Like her next round will be one of these two girls right here, and they're having 30-ball rallies. Where our goal is, we're going to put more pressure on our opponent a little bit earlier in the point and not always have to have those long. She can still have those long sustained rallies. Don't get me wrong, but our goal is, can we be finishers? And she's done that a little better this year.
Her semifinal round will be between China Spring or Taylor.
Taylor's number 2.
Thank goodness.
1 was down there. She's already done a long time ago.
Yeah. The way it goes with her.
Yeah, most definitely.
Well, that's interesting. That was the game going on right next to ours. So that's
we have a little scouting going on right now.
Little scouting.
Yeah. Trying to get her ready for tomorrow.
Do you know roughly what time? It's the boys singles play first, right?
But all the semis except mixed doubles will go on in the morning. So boys singles, girls singles, boys doubles, girls doubles will start. And I think it's tentatively 8:30.
8:30 a.m. o'clock.
A.m. o'clock, yes, sir.
So for everybody that likes their sports early in the morning.
Yes, sir.
A little breakfast with the tennis team. Well, congratulations, Coach. How about that? Shires doesn't know that. Brett, Shires doesn't know he's got to be up and ready to go by 8:05 in the morning.
He's going to love that surprise, isn't he?
Yeah. cannot wait to share that with you. Let me take a little care of some business right here. Wiggins Farms is one of the state's biggest growers of watermelon. Another one of those Shelby County things that people not from Shelby County don't know.
I
In fact, a lot of
love
people from Shelby County
watermelon
don't.
too.
Oh, you're a fan?
Oh man,
Well, I'll
I
have to
love
bring you
watermelon.
one from.
Do they have the seedless
One from-
ones?
Yeah, if it qualifies as watermelon, Wiggins Farms has their hand in it. I guarantee you, and they're all over East Texas and the United States, and so we really have appreciated them all season long, bringing us our postgame show. And that Coach Talks brought to you by JBA Financial, and in fact, Jason Locke, who's working with Shires right now, is one of the investment representatives at JBA, and every time we talk to a coach all year, that brief is brought to you by JBA. John Black was a coach himself in the late 80s, so he knows a thing or two about managing people, and he can help you manage your money. All right. And as I'm walking around, I want to try to find Jalen. I imagine I know where she is with the rest of the team. I'm going to see if that's it. Oh, no, I see her. She's talking on her own phone to somebody more important than me, I guarantee you. So I have her in my sights. And I want to say thank you to Elite Hair Design. The Wiggins family, it's watermelons, but also part of that family are the folks that run that salon. And it is elite, right in the middle of town. And some of the most beautiful things on Facebook are hair designs that come right out of Elite Hair Design. So appreciate them for being post-game sponsors. The Dairy Queen play of the game. I know that you didn't hear every one of them because I kept hanging up on you. But Brett, is there something that you heard the call for that stands out as you think back on that match?
The play of the game wise, man, it's tough. I mean, honestly, there to close it out. I think your closing point's important. I think she lost that point right before, and just shut the door at the end. I think that was, to me, that was the play of the match, the one that puts you over, because you don't want to. It's one of those things where you think you have the opponent, and then you give up your serve, because usually you want to finish out that serve, but then just that door just stays cracked open, and then to just not feel the pressure and break right back and in the match. I think that, to me, is the play of the game to me.
Yeah, okay, I'll buy that. My nominee for it would be it's.
But
one
you
that,
can see the stuff happening too. So your perspective is probably a little bit better than mine. So
no way you would know about this particular shot, but she had her opponent somewhere between. It's kind of in no man's land, not really up at the net, but not really back either. And what she decided to do was to hit the ball to the back of the court, not overly hard. But when you do that, your opponent then has to go run with their back to the net to try to run down a forehand. And the odds of doing anything with that is just very, very small. Perfect decision at a critical time in the match. So those are two mighty fine Dairy Queen. Hey, Brad, I don't know this. What's your favorite thing at Dairy Queen? Do you have one?
So
whether it's dessert or food.
Well, I mean, you say dessert. I probably go there. We have one here in Chapel Hill as well, and it's pretty close.
A very good one, by the way. Yeah.
Pretty close to where we are at the house, so we go there quite often. And I either get a cookie dough blizzard or a vanilla shake there. Those are my two go-tos for dessert wise. But
I mean,
their food,
a vanilla shake or cookie dough.
The food wise, I'm pretty flexible. They do have a wide variety on their menu, which is great. Because we have a Whataburger and some other hamburger places, so I don't always want to go with the hamburger. Sometimes I go with the tacos. They have good Taco Tuesday.
The Rough Rider Broadcasting. That's our favorite. We all have second favorites, but all of us agree that tacos are the best.
And then sometimes I'll go with the steak finger basket. Just to throw it in there. So
I saw you looking at it.
We have we have the player of the match now.
We do. Yeah, you're the Center Motor Company player of the game, but I mean it was pretty easy to choose. But this it felt to me more like what I would think Jalen would be proud of. Tell me about this match.
It was, the score ended up being 6-1, 6-2.
Wasn't that what the last one was?
No, the last one was 6-2, 6-1. And she was a little bit worse than this girl.
Yeah.
And I was just playing a little bit bad, and her teammates were pissing me off because they were being.
Oh, really?
Wait, can I say that?
No, but we'll scratch that.
They're making me mad because they were just saying a bunch of crap.
Yeah, well, but it was effective. I mean, it got in your head. So don't.
Apparently not too much because I still beat her 6-2-6-1.
True. You came back from
Say
your
Chris,
difficulty.
Chris, don't worry. We can we can do this right here and censor her out with my.
We retroactively beeped it out. Thank you for that. That's good. And your next opponents were playing right next to you. Did you know that?
Yes, I did. I'm very aware of it.
And you were between points. You would go and watch the game. I thought that was just because they were over there. You were scouting.
Yes, I was.
Do you have a history with either or both of them?
Yes. I've played the girl. There's a girl from Taylor, and then there's a girl from China Spring. And then last year, first round regionals, I beat the Taylor girl. And then the girl from China Spring has been in B bracket all spring, so I have not gotten to see her.
Okay. Know about her, but not directly.
Yes, I do. And watching them play, I feel fairly confident in my ability to beat either one of them.
Okay, just bring your A game on
Hey
day
Chris,
2 tomorrow.
Hey Chris, tell her.
Yes, sir.
Tell her we have the NetSN bump this year. So people that come on NetSN, they tend to get that bump, and it helps their game.
The NetSN bump. Okay,
Yeah.
so I can give her the NetSN bump.
So
this is from the NetSN home studio.
Whoa.
I wish you'd seen this. That was a mighty fine bump.
It helps them go farther. We've had lots of teams that we've covered this year go farther. So
a lot of teams that they've covered after the bump have gone farther, so maybe that'll help. Jalen, congratulations. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
All right. Well, that concludes our official business here as with the Ray Jones keys to that game. We're just keeping the pressure on.
I mean, we've had a successful year. This is year one with you guys on board, and we had Timpson go all the way to the state game, and y'all got to go do that. And we had Shelbyville go all the way to the state game, and every sport it seems like we've had some success and on our teams.
And I'll just have to tell you that's two of the highlights of my grown-up life is getting to be a part of those two championship games. Even though Shelbyville didn't win, it just almost didn't matter because the games were so good leading up and so exciting.
And this is just year one. This is year one. I mean,
right.
We've got years and years to come of this, and I'm excited that we've got to when we got to cover a few. We got to the Chapel Hill game as well, and I'm hoping that
you guys,
hoping there's some baseball, softball that make it down
it
down
just
that
might.
way.
I've never done sports after graduation before, and that's it's time to stop that. But it may not have that opportunity with Shelbyville and Timpson and even not in Shelby County, around Shelby County. That softball team from Broadus, I understand is something.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay. Before we take any more steps, here's kind of a program note. I am following Rough Rider fans over completely across the facility to what would it be, I guess, number 8. We were on court 2.
How many courts are there, Chris?
Backs to the road.
Just for those of us that can't see.
It's a good question. 2, 4, 6. It's a 16 court.
Oh wow!
That is the full complement. You can do the matches with 12. You can even do them with 10. But if you have 16, I mean you're ready to go. Okay. Well, here's the good news. We have our doubles team just on cue, warming up on court 8. Sarah Hall and Reese Cockrell, who easily handled their first round 6-0, 6-0. And I mean, they didn't take a whole lot of pride in it. That was a team that kind of was glad to be out of school from a district that must not have been all that strong. But this will be a little bit different, as Gatesville is one of those teams that I've heard. I've never seen much Gatesville tennis, but I've heard that they play pretty well. So
who do we have? Do we
up.
know who the actual players are? As I'm working on this scoreboard here for those at home.
I need to find out. Do you know the names of these Gatesville ladies, Coach? He'll have to pull it up and look at it, but he'll get it to you here in just a moment.
No problem.
And then for the sake of spelling, our 2 center girls is Reese, Reese, Cockrell, Cockrell, RELL.
Okay.
And her partner, Sayer Hall, SAYREHALL,
Okay.
from Center. And their opponents from Gatesville. The coach is looking them up, and even when he does, the light's so bright, so you have to kind of squint to see it. But
All right.
let's see here. It is.
Vargas.
Oh,
No, that's
that was the last one, yeah. Vargas and
Olivia Walker.
Olivia Walker.
And Callie Smith.
Callie Smith. Olivia Walker, Callie Smith. Not sure which is which, but we'll try and find that out. Coach, what do you know anything about this particular team that we're from Gatesville?
I do not know anything at all other than what I watched the previous round. They played a team that from Madisonville in the previous round. We had a history with Madisonville in the fall, so that was kind of the only indicator I had was they had a close first set with Madisonville where we took care of Madisonville pretty handily. So I feel like knowing that the girls are going to play with confidence and it'll be fine.
So no reason to have any unusual nerves.
No. I feel like if we play the first 3 games like I know we should, then the rest of it we'll play with confidence. We start off a little bit nervy and shaky out there, then it could get a little interesting to start. But I feel like though we're in good shape. We're in good shape.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you. That's a JBA Financial Coach Talk segment. And it is now officially the Farmer State Bank pregame report. We're finished with the last round. Jalen wins 6-2, 6-1 to advance to the semifinals. Day 2, she's one of the last 4 ladies in the tournament. Jalen and Sarah want to join them there, but their hands full against a Gatesville team that competed against a team they know from Madisonville. Madisonville, one of our tennis rivals.
That's actually where my nephews go, and my brother lives down there in Madisonville now. They just moved there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, about a little over a year ago. They've been down there, so they're
Are they
down there near
tennis
y'all.
players?
I don't know.
Are they tennis
they
players?
play baseball right now. They're only 11 and 8, so we're not in the high school ranks yet. But nonetheless, I'm familiar with that area.
That's good. Yeah, it's really Madisonville is the location where we play a lot of our team tennis, and China Spring, who is one of the people that Jalen may play, is the biggest rival that meet us in Madisonville. We've beaten them a couple of times. They've beaten us a couple of times close every time. But the Gatesville team here is the team that's standing in the way of Hall and Cockrell. A quick story about them, Brett. For you and anyone that wasn't listening this morning, they started playing together in the spring of their freshman year and got to regional and were lost in the first round to a team from Burnett, also freshmen. And then that team went and lost the next round. So, they were close. Next year, they win the first round. They get to this one, the afternoon of the second day, and they lose to the same team from Burnett, who goes on to the third round and loses. Last year, they get 2 games in, and on the third round in the semifinals, they lose to Burnett. Same 2 girls have eliminated Burnett. It's Burnett 3 times in a row, and they get a little farther every time.
So where's Burnett? Are they in this tournament still?
They are, and those 2 girls are here again.
Okay, so I mean, at some point, right? At some point, right? You've got to, at some point, you think it's, their time, right?
You would think, and we had a nice pregame interview that I don't think ever got played today, where they talked about that, and they said that is their Ray Jones key to the game, is not letting regional get in their head. Now, Jalen, she doesn't have the same issue with this tournament that these girls have. They've had such a successful career, and this tournament's their bugaboo, and it's with the same girls. And they say, what to make things worse, the Burnett girls are nice.
Oh yeah. So
Like
it's
Reese
like
said,
you
yeah,
can't not like them because they're not. I mean, that's
right. Yeah,
it's
Reese
like when
said,
you
I
get
would so
beat by
much rather than,
that same guy at the gym every time, and then he just comes up and shakes him. Man, you played awesome. Good job. Like he's so nice and
yeah,
you know, it,
yeah, and
that's yeah.
helps you up and buys you a drink. Yeah, that's that guy. Yeah. So I don't think they will meet them until the finals. So that's the good news. If they tomorrow, I don't think they're going to meet Burnett, and so this would give them a chance for the storybook ending to get to the finals finally. Because if you're in the finals, you're going to state.
Right.
Top two go. So once you get to that final round, you're in.
Is it just
And
seating? Is that what
well,
they
there is,
determine?
and there is the strange thing. The first strange thing about tennis is that they play high level matches with no referee. That's that's hard to believe.
Mm-hmm.
Second thing about tennis, because they're British, don't you know? And the British, when they were developing the rules for the game, were all about being polite. So they have a concept called the playback. If you get eliminated, yet someone who is you did not get to play is in the finals and looks like they are going to advance. Well, that's not fair. I didn't get a chance to play them. So you play back, which means there are some people that are in second place that have to play an extra game and lose that game and end up not advancing.
Hmm.
It's
Interesting.
strange wrinkle. Yeah. And so I say that if you're in the finals, you're going to state, but that's not true. A playback could bust you. I also learned from coach that starting next year, they will just go ahead and solve that problem because Americans don't like that. Makes sense to the Brits, but Americans don't like that. I mean, can you imagine someone they go into the Super Bowl, but having the Steelers go, we didn't get a chance to play them.
What
Well, okay.
if they did
Let's
like pool play or something?
Yeah, that's yes. Let's do pool play. Well, instead of doing it that way, they're just going to solve the problem by having 3 teams go to state. They'll expand the brackets a little bit at the state tournament.
Oh.
But that's next year. They have one more year of playback, so hopefully it'll be the Cinderella story in that they win this match. They win tomorrow in the semifinals. They meet Burnett. And if they win against Burnett, there are no playbacks. The champions go in no matter what. It would be great if they could. Their first win against Burnett would be in the finals and go as the champions.
That would be awesome.
That would be cool.
And where can you get to listen to this great match there, Chris?
Oh, it's going to be right here on NetSN.
Okay. Just checking.
And the third round match is going to be at like 10 o'clock. I mean, brunch with tennis. No, you know what? They're going to be playing at the same time. So it'll be more like team tennis, and
so
I'll have to alternate back and forth.
Well, that's gonna be entertaining. It's gonna be a morning with Watlington and Shires and team like team tennis, but it's both at the same time.
Right. I don't know if listeners enjoy that all that much because your attention keeps getting interrupted, but I enjoy it.
Well, see, what you need is a third person to caulk in, and then you can have one person like kind of keeping up with one match and one person keeping up with another match. You may not be able to call it, but at least you could call out the score. I don't know.
Yeah, and I think I can find somebody here to do that.
What about that Meeks guy? He's not doing anything, right? I mean, surely he can. You had him on earlier.
I'm not sure. Will he still be here? I know he doesn't always come to every single play. There's be somebody playing tomorrow, something I imagine, and if it's not Rough Riders, it'll be his own kids. So.
That's true. Those kids,
but maybe if he's
they're
here,
pretty
we can
important.
put it to work. Okay. Well, hey, this has been the Farmer State Bank pregame report. We've heard the story and we know the challenge, and you know your own challenges and stories. So share those with Farmer State Bank so they can help you fund your dreams and make them come true. They've been doing it for over 120 years right there on the center square. Farmer State Bank brings us the pregame report. And also want to say hello and thank you to the who is that? It's B3 Car Wash, who are baseball, Rough Rider Baseball. They are our pregame sponsor. Will Blacksher, B3 Car Wash. Boy, I don't know if it's raining or not in center. I don't think it is. So this weekend would be a good time to get that car looking new again with B3 Car Wash. Thank you, Will Blacksher. Appreciate it a bunch. So I guess we are now ready. We have no way to go to commercial because Shires has all the commercials. So you and me just running our mouths. Are you still okay, Britt?
I'm still here right now. I
Good
mean,
deal.
I have a. We could maybe throw it on a commercial if you want to. I have
Nah,
some
it's
here.
okay. It's it's okay.
I,
I'll sleep well tonight. By the way, this is in Bryan, and just next door in College Station, they're having an A&M graduation. I mean, so many people. So right now, it's the largest college in the country as far as enrollment goes.
mm-hmm.
So every hotel room and Airbnb is taken. I went to a Motel 6 to see if there was a room. They had two of them. One was $212, and the smoking room was $207. This is a Motel 6.
Oh, oh.
Yeah. All right. So they have taken the court, and Gatesville is going to serve first.
All right. I've got one of
And
our other games are needing me real quick, so I'm gonna leave this to you.
okay. All right. I'll take it. Thank you very much. So here we go. And let's see. Tell me their names.
This is Olivia Walker.
Olivia Walker.
This is Callie Smith, Calli.
Okay, Olivia
Walker.
is in, oh, they're both in white hats. Okay.
Yeah.
And Callie Smith. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So Callie Smith is serving to begin the game. And a good backhand and Cockrell hits, but Olivia comes up to the net. Had they made a good play, but Sarah Hall got her racket on it, got it back, made the play. And the score right now is 15-30. That means advantage Lady Riders as Gatesville serves down 15-30. Olivia served to Sarah. I'm sorry, Olivia's at the net, had a chance to put it away, hit the net, got lucky, and put it away anyway, 30-all. Yeah, bank shot off the net and into the corner. That was a lot harder than it had to be, but 30-all. And it's Callie from the black and gold. Good, easy serve, the forehand. Reese puts it back, big forehand back to Reese. Reese exploded on her own back down. Missed probably a little bit more than she needed, and misses the point. So it's advantage Gatesville serving for the first game. Sarah. Olivia at the net gets a chance, puts it back, but Reese makes her pay for that, hits it right back to her, and it's deuce. And Callie will serve to Reese at deuce. There's the serve, and it's long. Be a second serve. Callie, to this point, her serves have been long, graceful, but not real full of power. Second serve to the forehand. It's a high forehand, and it's out. I thought it was. Reese pushing it to the corner and really pushed it further than she had to. It was not an aggressive serve, but she hit it just a little too far. So advantage Gatesville. Sarah does the same thing. Takes the serve with not a whole lot of power and pushes it too far. And so it was deuce, but Gatesville's going to take the first game, and Reese will serve for the first time for center. Center loses that first game 0-1. We appreciate the constant sponsorship and friendship of Brookshire Brothers in Center. Brookshire's is where I go for my pharmacy, my medicine. It's where I go a lot of times for lunch, even when I'm not planning to. It just smells so good. Where we go for groceries, where we go for toothpaste, where we go for pet food. It's all those things. And it is for so many of us. The local grocery store. In fact, the manager I know him best as a tennis parent. It's Brookshire Brothers in Center. And also Covington Lumber, who has been a part of Rough Rider Sports for longer than I can remember. They were sponsoring it before I was an announcer. They've been around since the 1950s. If it's a do-it-yourself project, you do it yourself by taking yourself to Covington's for the materials that you'll need to make it happen. Covington Lumber Supply says go Ryder Tennis. And of course, Ace Hardware for all of the hardware needs, plus things for a wedding shower, for a baby shower, for Christmas decorations. I mean, it's such a versatile place. Even clothes for folks that are working for a living. It's all there at Ace. Sarah Hall serves, has a good pace on it, and Olivia returns it. Reese steps forward and makes him pay. So that worked just like the team wanted it to. So first point of the serve goes to center, down 0-1 in the first set. Their partner in singles, Jalen Pastel, wins. Sarah's first serve a little bit long. Having trouble with that in the first game, getting her serves, getting really her forehands to come down. The second serve gets across though. Callie hits it back to her. Callie to Sarah. Sarah back to Callie. A little bit too far to the right, so just a little bit. As Callie was having to really move for it, but a little bit too far to the left, and it's even up the point, 15 all here in the second game. Lady Riders trying to hold serve here. 15 all. Sarah serving now to Olivia. Serve goes in. Forehand back wide. Olivia to Sarah. Sarah lobs it back to Olivia. It lands nicely. A lob back from Olivia to Sarah. What will happen now? A hard shot to the corner. Oh, and Olivia notices that Reese has gone a little bit towards the middle. Takes the alley, hits the shot. Reese lunges for it, misses it. Good shot by Olivia. So Olivia Walker. And they go up. 15-30 advantage. Gatesville. Sarah serve now to Callie. Good backhand return to Sarah. Backhand back to Callie. Forehand to the corner. Sarah's backhand got under it a little bit too much and hit it several feet out of bounds. So now Gatesville with the first big opportunity of the match with 2 break points. 15-40. Sarah won the first point, and Gatesville takes the next 3. Serving to Olivia. Big forehand back to Olivia. It came a lot faster than Sarah expected it. Because, I mean, Sarah hit that hard, and Olivia just uncorked on it. And it's 4 in a row, and Gatesville takes a 2-0 lead. They're up a break. And that's a little bit scary when since I think the Lady Riders won the first 2 points of the match, and they've only won 1 since. Nice long serve by Olivia, just a little bit long. Second serve to Reese Cockrell. Lands in. Good backhand. Backhand goes to Olivia's backhand, and too far into her body, she can't get adjusted, so Reese causes her to miss one. And first point goes to the Lady Riders. Now Olivia serving to Sarah. Gets the right pitch to the backhand. Backhand back to Olivia. Backhand back to Sarah's backhand. And then a nice step forward. The front people trade. Finally goes back to Sarah. Then back to the front. Reese makes them pay. Goes back to Sarah. Then finally, Olivia takes it. Reese has a chance to put it away just a little bit too far. Best point of the game, though. Well played by both teams, as good long strokes by the back and opportune moves by the up front people. Serve to Reese. Blisters a forehand return, and Olivia not quite ready for it from Gatesville. So Olivia Walker, Callie Smith, and black top with gold print, Gatesville, gold trim. white caps, white shoes, black and white shorts. The serve to Sarah, a little bit wide to the left. Second serve. And it's deep, so a little bit rattled Olivia, and so she double faults. And Reese has a chance to break here, I believe. Olivia hitting to Reese. Reese gets it back to the forehand. Cross court forehand. Reese up to the front. Oh boy. And kind of a bad break there as Reese, in her middle of her return, charging toward her was the China Spring singles player from next door, and it caught her in the peripheral vision, and her shot ended up just kind of being neutral, and it was an easy step up and put away for Callie Smith at the net. So easy point for Gatesville. Serve now to Sayre. Good. Makes Sayre stretch the backhand. Big forehand from Olivia, but she short arms it, and it goes into the net. And the Lady Riders get their first game in the match as they break back. That's what they needed. Chance to break back. So it's 2-1. Gatesville leads. Both teams with the break. Gatesville held their first serve. We have slightly different. Well, we've already told you Ace Hardware, Brookshire, but I also want to mention Twice the Ice. When right now, with the Shelbyville and Simpson game, the Shelbyville Leon game, there's probably some striking out going on with some excellent pitching performance. And when they do, that's because they iced them. Compliments of Twice the Ice and your friends at Twice the Ice, and Will Blacksher and his staff across all of the industries that he's involved with. Twice the Ice, appreciate that. But on weekends, special occasions, has nothing to do with baseball. It has to do with the beverages that you want to serve. When you need Twice the Ice, you know where to go. Locations across Shelby County. And remember, Sabine State Bank is the presenting sponsor of this exciting regional tournament. We have our singles player, Jalen Postel, who's won her first and second round. Will be going to the semis tomorrow morning. And now the doubles team, the seniors with all sorts of experience, are wanting to join them there. And so, really, probably, at least today, the more accurate, powerful server of the two is Reese Cockrell. Her first serve overpowering to Olivia, wins the first point. And then another good serve, a weak return from Gatesville. They managed to get the ball back, and they have two pity pack returns that Rough Riders get back, but they just keep playing defense. Finally, on the third shot, they score with some good offense. Dirty Love. Reese's first fault of the match. Her first serve win the first two times. Second serve, good. Powerful return, though, by Olivia. She is a dangerous returner of serve. The harder the ball comes to her, the harder she steps up and whacks it. It's like a touch of Jimmy Connors there. Andre Agassi. Just a touch. 30-15. Reese serving to Callie. A little bit too far wide. Second serve. Good to the forehand. And Callie, too much. She was moving forward. Her momentum overpowered her topspin, and it was a pretty easy call for, I guess that was Reese. So here we go with a chance to hold serve, even to set it two. Good serve, just a little bit wide to the left. Serving to Olivia. Another one. Wide to the forehand. And Reese gets the ball across, stepped in front of by Callie, but with so much pepper, Callie has no play, and it goes out of bounds. And the Lady Riders, after dropping the first two, win the next two, and it's 2-all on serve in the first. Good tennis now. Honestly, the first round it was kind of hard to call the game. Boy, good serve with excellent return from Reese. Crosses over. Callie gets her racket on it, but Sarah's already moving over right into the middle of the court. Gets her racket right there, splits them, easy point. And that's how it looks when a team works together. Center gaining some momentum, up love 15. First serve to Sarah's good. Sarah pushes it to the backhand, back across to Sarah, back over to Callie, who goes to the forehand, and it's a good choice. She runs around the backhand, sets up, and Sarah was kind of caught looking. Had no way of knowing it was going to come with that kind of pace. 15-0. But, I mean, now you know. Now you know they can do that. First serve is not hard. It hits the back line, and for whatever reason, Reese kind of just stabs at it, and it's a foul ball. Again, the Callie won her first serve to start the game. Not a powerful server, but center having trouble with it. Another easy serve. Sarah hits a looper that I was afraid would go out, landed right on the line, and I think both Callie and I thought it was going to go out. Callie had to react, didn't make it. Point for the Lady Riders. Here comes Callie serve to Reese. Reese pushes it to the right, but the return from Callie's big. Olivia has a chance at the net, step in front of it, gets it across. All Sarah can do is get her racket on it. It goes over, and then Olivia is able to tee off on it. Easy point put away by Gatesville, trying to hold serve here. It's 2-all in the first. And so far, a pretty even match. Gatesville won the first two games. Lady Riders won the next two. It is Callie Smith serving to Sarah. Gets it from back person to back person. Sarah lobs it. Will it land? It goes a little too far to the left, trying to get it into the corner where Callie was, but it goes a little bit too far. And they will hold serve 3-2 as they change sides here in the last match of the first day. Thank you for being with us. I don't know how many of you have stayed with us or if you're just kind of checking in. We don't have video. Part of that is a UIL rule against video, but it's the kind of rule that is meant to change. We will want to be part of the group that says, hey, what if we work together and have a UIL presentation of the video? Wouldn't that be fun, especially on team tennis, but in the spring too? So maybe we will work on that for you guys in the future. Thank you to Sabine State Bank, who has either been a sponsor or a presenting sponsor for all of the tennis that we've done since 6 years ago, 2019, 2018, when we started doing tennis. 2 years before COVID turned the world upside down. Sabine State Bank was right there for us, bringing tennis. This tennis is such a good sport for life, and there are families that go through Leon's program now for 2 decades, and you want to stay in touch with it, stay abreast of it. You can't leave and go to a match 120 miles away on a Friday morning. So thank you, Sabine State Bank, for being that sponsor. So Sarah Hall is serving. She serves to Olivia, who hits it hard back to Reese. Reese at the net, reacts, gets her racket on it, but nowhere close to an effective shot. And Gatesville wins the first point. It's love 15, advantage Gatesville. Sarah looking for some consistency with the serve. That's a good one. And it goes to the backhand of Cassie. Cassie not really ready for it. Didn't kind of hit it facing the ball. That rarely works, and it didn't. So it's 15-all. Sarah goes to serve to Olivia from right corner to right corner in the deuce court. Good first serve. Makes Olivia stretch for it. She gets to it, but it's a winner. It's not an ace, but it's a winner. All she could do was just try and get her racket on it. Perfect serve. And Sayre getting a little bit of sass on that serve now. Something that she could do. Just hasn't been able to do it so far today in the first round. And then her first serve in the second. But so far, looking good here. It's 30-15. Another good serve. Olivia pipes it back to her. And Sayre gets it back to Olivia. Olivia hits the tape, and it is 40-15. Sayre has a chance now to finish out the game, even the match. Serving to Olivia, the hard returning Gatesville girl. First serve, no good. Coach encouraging them to be moving after this slower second serve. And there it is. It really wasn't slower. Well done, but a good return from Olivia. Sayre gets it back to Olivia. Olivia squares up, hits it way too far. So better, more of attrition. The Lady Riders have won the sixth game, and so Brett, it is tied 3-all in a very good first set in this match.
Wow, I'm just kind of jumping back in here. Just been, we've got all kinds of games going on tonight, Chris. We had a little. So we've got.
Who else you taking care of?
So I've got over at Tyler Legacy here in Tyler, the nice softball complex they've got there on campus. I don't know if you've been out there yet, but it's a really nice field. They've got baseball and softball. But there's a softball game between Overton and Crossroads. Keith Whitman on the call with my cousin Jason Cavazos. He's making his commentator debut tonight for NetSN. So welcome
That's
Jason
cool.
on board. And then also, of course, you guys have got a couple games. Shelbyville's busy tonight as the baseball and softball teams playing both tonight. So 3 games tonight and tennis. Not all on the NetSN YouTube platform, but we are here on our YouTube for this one. But if you like NetSN Sports, we do a lot of things with NFHS, like you mentioned, and we're always got some broadcasts going on during the playoff time. So it's only like $12 a month. Pick it up during the playoff season, and you can drop it when you're not watching it. And so there's lots of good action on NetSN on NFHS. They love working with them. They really, they know what we do at NetSN, and they let us broadcast all the games for them. So it's exciting.
Yeah, it's been good. I was a little doubtful about the way that would work out when it first started, but I think it's a pretty good system.
It's been better.
Meanwhile, back here in the 7th game, Olivia starts with a serve she just missed, bounced into the net, but she wins the next 2 serves going away with Lady Riders both lunging to get her hard serves back. So it's now 30-15 Gatesville.
Okay.
Another big serve. This was a little bit too far for Sayre Hall. Calls it out. Second serve to Sayre. 3-all the match. Here comes the pitch up, and the second serve is long. So it's evens things up the way I have it scored, 30-all. And I mean, the threes are wild, 30-30, 3-3 in the first set.
A lot of threes.
Even so far. Yeah, what do you think? That's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, that just shows how even the match has been so far.
Olivia served just a little bit outside. Second serve to Reese. Boy, Olivia's in this particular match, she either kills her first serve or her second serve betrays her. So it's Lady Riders with a chance to break. Up. It's 30-40, but advantage Riders. It goes to Sayre. Sayre has a chance to break. And first serve is wide left. Here comes the second serve. This time she gets it in. Sayre backhands it to the goal. Nope, hit the net. Second serve again. Comes that second serve in. Forehand, just a light one to Olivia, who tries a big lob, but Reese steps in front of it. Hits it to Callie up front. Callie manages to get it back, but Reese powers it past her to the left. And that is a break. A break for the Lady Riders, up now 4. Well, it's just 3-2. But oh, what? No, wait. Nope. There's still points to play. That was not a break. Olivia's still serving. So there's the serve to Reese is deep. Second serve is good. Reese's backhand to her forehand. Up into the net. Sarah was there, but it hits the net and falls harmlessly. So Olivia obviously had this game completely wrong because they were about to win it. We won 2 points in a row, and the game's still going. And a ball from the mixed doubles game next door comes rolling across, so they stop things.
Are there any fence between those courts, Chris, at all?
No, it's
That's kind of
just
tough
have
because
to-
you could be right in the middle of a point and have a ball come in your way.
absolutely
I mean, that could
Yep.
disrupt the whole game.
the sort of thing that would never happen in any other major sport. I mean, this is the regional. This is the playoffs, and you don't.
Playoffs?
I mean, I guess in
Playoffs?
golf, you could see playoff. I guess maybe in golf, somebody hits a straight shot
Yeah.
into your fairway, but
Yeah, I've played it. I've played a lot of golf matches, but I mean the putting green is where I could see you're in the concentration and the ball gets hit and rolls by you.
in the middle of a long rally and back and forth from Reese to Olivia, Olivia to Reese, Reese to Olivia, Olivia to, and Sarah steps in front of it and ends the point. So it is now advantage Lady Riders. The serve, Sarah's return, deep, good. And Olivia puts her return in the net, trying to get it, and it would have been a good shot if it was just another inch higher, but it wasn't. And so now the Lady Riders win 2. They hold their own serve and break so that it is now Lady Riders 4-3 over Gatesville. As Lady Riders lost 2 in a row, but they won 3 of the next 4. So that's good for them. Thank you to Aurora Concepts. They are. Everybody knows that that's where you can go when you have, medical problems that you need primary care. But they are also good, so good with testing, with vaccinations. They have a mobile unit where they take vaccinations and testings all over the state, as far as San Antonio. Aurora Concepts, our halftime sponsor during the most of the season, is also a Center Tennis sponsor. Thank you, Aurora Concepts. Center Glass is the place you take it when it's broken and you can't afford to have it broken. Windshields cannot be cracked. So you take it to Center Glass. Shelby County lucky to have specialists like those at Center Glass that say, go Center Tennis. Texas Glacier Ice and Water. They bring you the water tank. And you just pour it up like you would at the office. Office quality water in your home. Texas Glacier Ice and Water from the chairman of the board in Shelby County Tennis, Bob Reeves. Thank you, Bob. Bounds Insurance, since, they had their 50-year anniversary 5 years ago. So now they're moving into their 6th decade. Buster Bounds, bulletin, Buster Bounds. Let me assure you, in the local paper, his clever isms, Buster Bounds is also a great insurance agent. And his kids, hey, how about that Bounds Insurance?
They're amazing.
Yeah, that would be granddaughter Bounds. So thank you very much to the
Hey,
Bounds.
she's already. You just sign her up for an ad right there. You just need to put her in a
Nice
commercial.
voice. Nice voice. So here we go. The Lady Riders.
She could make
with
some
their
money.
first lead.
She could make some money
Yeah,
off that, Chris. You had
she's
Dow Autoplex. That girl's been saying seeing green is saving greens for the last 30 years.
I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah.
Nice back and forth from the ladies. Reese hits a lob to Cassie in the back, and she says it's time to go for the big kill, and it hits the net. So Lady Riders win that one.
Hey,
Time to be aggressive, and
this is a sport, Chris, where our slogan doesn't really work. You don't want nothing but the net doesn't really work in tennis. You don't want to hit the net.
That's true. That's right. That's right. That's tennis gets a lot of things messed up because it's British.
I guess so. We got it all
British
backwards.
people are just crazy. Reese Cockrell, good serve to Olivia. Olivia with the backhand, but then Sarah Hall steps up, makes a play at the net, and all they can do is play defense, and they hit it out of bounds. So the momentum now really for the Lady Riders, like their uniforms, purple across the front, gray though around the back with a gold stripe, white skirts, and then Reese with these bright Halloween trick-or-treater orange shoes. And I think Sears probably was that color at one time or another, but maybe got caught in the dryer. Sarah wearing a black visor. Here comes Reese's serve to Callie. Callie has a big return, but Reese just keeps the pace and hits it right at the net player. Olivia puts her racket up in self-defense, protects her face, but the shot is no good. And in 5 shots, they win the serve, hold the serve, 5-3, a break away from the first set, a set in which they trailed 0-2 early. They'll have to break Callie. I've been unable to do that yet. Callie serves not hard, and it seems like they answer by having loopy, soft returns. But Sarah Hall, letting them fall into a rhythm of going back and forth to the back player, and then Sarah just like a dadgum pickpocket, stepped in front, it put it away. It's Love, 15. Sarah now taking the serve. Cassie comes up. Sarah puts it back to her at her feet, gets it back up to the shoulder height. Sarah reverses her court and puts it away on the right-hand side. It was all Sarah Hall that time. Sarah looks like she's got her mojo back after that first kind of difficult series in that first round. Love 30. Reese, big return. But Olivia steps in front of that big return and frames it. It's a shot that hits the frame, but luckily falls down and straight, 180 degrees down. Nothing you can do. Sometimes the gods smile on you, and that's a point for Gates, who kind of needed it. It's been a while since they'd won a point. Cassie now serving to Sayre. 15-30. Sayre has to go and rescue a ball from way wide. And what a great shot. She rescues the ball, and Olivia steps in front of it, puts it back, and then Reese pops it to the near court where no one was. All they could do was run with their backs to it, try to catch up with it. Really good point, as these two are really playing well together.
Yeah, it's hard to find a spot where no one's at when you have 2 players on the court. Chris, that's when you can do that, it's pretty successful shot.
Yeah, you know you have arrived. Here comes the second serve. Callie hits it to Reese, who hits it to a backhand, which is such a hard shot, to the alley. Do you know what I'm talking about, Brett? If you're in the up player, most of the court's to your right, but a little of it is to your left unprotected, and Reese just took a backhand. It's a difficult angle and found that alley.
Put it right between them.
Poor Olivia just standing there looking. And so they answer big, down 0-2. They win the first set 6-3 and take a commanding first set lead here at the halfway through round 2 for our doubles team. Jalen Postel already qualified for the semifinals, and a very satisfied Coach Dykes. Well, I say very satisfied with what he just saw in the last 3 games would have to be. I want to say thank you to Mathis Real Estate, where so much good real estate is. There's a growing real estate company, and they have been a part of every broadcast that we've done since Christmas across all platforms. Just like Azalea, for us, they're kind of Batters and Mathis is sort of our Azalea orthopedics. They're involved in everything we do, Brett, and we sure appreciate folks that are enthusiastic about local sports. Tell me a little bit about Azalea.
So, Demand Azalea, Chris. Azalea Orthopedics is I believe they have 18 locations scattered across East Texas. I think the one closest to you guys is the Nacogdoches location.
Yes, yes.
And I've actually personally had my surgery a couple of months ago at Azalea. I had some ankle surgery, and then my wife also fell a few weeks later and broke her
Oh, that's
ankle.
right. Yeah.
She also had ankle surgery at Azalea,
Oh,
and I'm actually back in a brace here and there, but mostly walking on my own. It's still a little sore, but I'm about to start physical therapy. My wife's about to get out hers. Nothing but great things to say about Azalea. I know they're one of our sponsors, so obviously I would, but I have personal experience with Azalea. They've taken care of me, and I'm a paying customer. I have to pay just like everybody else, and so I mean I have nothing but good things to say about the treatment and care I've got with Azalea. So I mean it's phenomenal. Been in talks about bringing them back as being a sponsor next year too. So I mean, it's just year one of our hopefully many years to come relationship with Azalea. I think we've lost Chris here for a second. We'll see if we can get him back here. See if we got him. Chris, you back with us? Yeah, we didn't get him back this time. We'll get him back. Right now we've got a 1-0 set lead. The center team of Sayre Hall and Reese Cockrell up 1-0 over Walker and Smith of Gatesville. See if we can get him. Hopefully we can get Chris back here in just a second as we try to get him back on air here. So we can get the next set in. See if he must be having some signal issues down there at the regional. Let's see. And while we wait here, we've got lots of games going on tonight. We've got some NFHS baseball and softball action provided by NetSN. Right now, over at Tyler Legacy softball field, the Overton Mustangs are up 4-1 over Crossroads in the bottom of the second. Keith and Jason over there on the call there. I know Larry Pierce is doing some baseball action. Game 2 of Shelbyville and Leon, I believe, over there in that game is in Rusk. And then over in Carthage tonight, Shires and company is over there. They are doing the Shelbyville Timpson Game 2 softball action. Also, all those are on NFHS. Remember, it's only $12 a month, so you can get the month's worth and get all these playoff action games going on. It's well worth it. We'll have lots of games throughout the rest of May and into June provided by NetSN. So we're going to try again and see if we can get Chris. I don't know if his phone died or what happened, but we're having some technical trouble here. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back here on NetSN with some more tennis action.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
I don't know what just happened.
All right, we are back here. We're back here with Chris here on NetSN. Chris, what do we miss while we were? I think maybe the cell service was having trouble. You said you had some people around you with some issues as well.
Yeah, I think we just had a surge. I don't know.
Was it a surge by
was
it a surge by our doubles center tennis team?
I don't know. I'm having to look at the scoreboard because I just assumed I had done something wrong. I had run out of battery, and I went to go get my portable battery, but that wasn't it. I hadn't run out of battery, and there were other people talking. I don't really know just what happened, whatever it was.
There's something
It
in the
affected more than
atmosphere.
one of us, or or I don't know. Maybe I did it. Maybe I killed about a bunch of phones. But anyway, I'm going to ask Coach here what happened in the last couple of games. Once he's visiting with another coach right now, but
But that's a
I
big
know
win.
that
You get that first set. I mean, that's huge because now you put
huge,
yourself in
yeah.
a good position here.
And I believe while I was away, they won the first game of the second set, holding serve, and now Gatesville is serving. So
Awesome.
that's the thing. They held serve on the first one. I had to move away. All right, 1-0. And Callie, the graceful server, long serves to Sarah. Sarah back to her. Callie back to Sarah. Sarah back to Callie, and then Olivia steps forward, tries to hijack it, but misses it and goes off to the side. So that's uh, not only a point, but that is a win for the Lady Riders. So I got into this game so late I didn't know the score, but the good news is the Riders at break, they hold serve and then break serve and are up 2-0
Oh, that's great there.
in the second set.
That's right where you want to be. Now I don't know how much a hockey person you are, Chris, but the Stars are giving me indigestion. The last two games, we've leading 3-0 and 4-0 going to the third period, and lost one of those in overtime the other night, and then last night they held on for a 5-3 win. So getting out to a lead is good, but you still have to finish.
You gotta hold it. You gotta hold it. That's a Dallas Cowboys fan. I've been through almost every iteration of wildly disappointing. So yeah, I understand that. So best point that Gatesville has played in the last 4 or 5 games, as Reese Cockrell serves to Callie. Callie, good strong return, and it puts center on the defensive. But center made three excellent defensive plays, but Gatesville would have none of that. They just kept coming back and eventually made center pay. Won that point. Center answered back and won the next one. But there is a point that I'm missing. Not sure. It's a close game, but now Reese Cockrell serves, takes the return of service and hits it right at Olivia at the net. Just challenged her, and Olivia was not fast enough. Moving to her left, had to stop, and so the point goes to center. I'm going to guess it is 30-30 right now with Reese serving to Olivia.
Well, if there's no one to correct us, Chris, then your word is what counts.
That's right. Olivia makes a beautiful play. Oh, it's going to go long by about a half an inch, but with Sarah making her move all the way to one side, and then Reese making her move all the way back to the next one, about to fall down, lunging forward, getting the ball over the net, and just didn't quite land in. So the Riders win that. And the first serve of Reese, we'll see, was it good? It was good, and then the return was long. And so, yeah, the center wins, holds serve, and it's now just like that, 3-0.
Wow, it's a great start.
So we have some, yes. We got some space to make up here, as we say thanks to Sharon Nelson Medical. She's one of those providers, Brett, that says, I'm just so tired of insurance running my life. I'm just not going to deal with it. Just pay cash. Come on in.
Cash
I'll work
only,
with you.
okay.
Cash only. And folks like Shires, that's his doctor, swears by it. Sharon Nelson, right across from Dairy Queen, 2 sponsors and almost one address.
Well, she takes care of the
counselor. Water.
She takes care of the counselor. Then she's good enough for me.
Right, and that's not easy. Counselors demand it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a counselor. That's what he does.
Yeah, no.
All right. Texas Glacier Ice and Water is the official business that is the sponsor of Rough Rider Tennis, but Bob Reeves is involved in so many projects. a entrepreneur's entrepreneur. It all started with CNR Refrigeration, and it continues. A lifetime of innovation right there in the same office. Sharon is his medical provider. Bob is the one that rents Shires his office. So they share an office. So that's a lot of connections. And of course, Center Glass creates something good in your bathroom, in your home with Center Glass, not just for repair. They say go Center Tennis. 3-0. The Lady Riders are on a winning streak. Olivia gets a good serve. Has a backhand lob back to Reese. It falls good. Oh, and good job as girls tennis kills me. The lob goes over the net, and Callie, watching the ball, hits it as hard as it can and hits Sayre.
Oh no!
Yeah, watched her the whole time. No way she knew she was standing there.
Ooh.
And of course, everybody in the stand goes, "Ooh, like now we're gonna fight." Sayre handled it perfectly. She just shook it off, and Gatesford gets the point.
That usually happens in volleyball more.
Olivia's
Nice.
next serve, a little bit long. Yeah, that's right. It's that kind of thing. You can't take that personally. Nice little return from Sayre. Dropped it over the right-hand part of the net where nobody was, and Olivia couldn't get there in time, so they even up that score. That's the way you do it. Don't take it personally. Just go and take the point back.
Get the point. That hurts worse.
Good stuff. Now the serve to Reese with Gatesville down 0-3 and a set. Here in the second set, serving to Reese. 50 and all. Good. Reese's backhand she dipped it. She had the open face and kind of scooped it, and that goes out of bounds every time instead of the top spin. Easy for me to say. I can't do it, but I know that Reese can. First serve there to Sayre. Nice lob back to Olivia. Makes her run. Another lob back to Olivia. Makes her step back. Here comes the lob. It's short. Reese has a chance. Puts it right through the middle. Splits the difference as both of the black and gold watch it go by. Well played point. Let's play pity pat, and now I make you pay. Olivia serving to Reese again. Good serve, up too long. So she'll have a second serve. A dramatic difference between the quality of Olivia's first and second serves, so at least this match. Second one is over, though. Reese gets it back. Olivia hits a good cross-court forehand. Reese pushes it a little bit too much. Had a chance, kind of one of those underhanded forehands. My favorite shot, the only one that I consistently make. But the danger is if you don't get your racket over it, the ball goes up and away. Serving to Sayre, I think, for the game. Gatesville has a chance to take a game now. Holding serve, down 0-3. First serve goes into the net. Second serve goes into the net. So Gatesville gives one. Yeah, gives one to the Lady Riders. Don't know if this team is a senior team or not, but it's one of the teams that they talked about in our interview back on Wednesday, that they weren't concerned, but they had to be because they'd had some wins, and I know they're not freshmen or sophomores. I think they may be seniors. This is a big out for the Lady Riders if they can get it. As the serve goes over, it's kind of a pity pat return, and Sayre makes her pay for it. Big return, and all they can do is get the head of the racket on it, and the ball rolls into the net. So Olivia's still serving, trying to hold on to this chance. The Lady Riders trying to take it from them. Brett 4-0 is, and that's it. Olivia had a chance to go cross court, hits the tape, and it's over on that game. The Lady Riders break the serve. So 4-0, and you're serving for 5-0 is something akin to going in at the end of the third quarter.
And we've got to get Chris back again. We've got 4-0 there in the second set there as Hall and Cockrell leading right now over Smith. I think we have Watlington back here. Chris, are you back with us?
I am. Are you with me?
Yes, sir. We're here. We had just gotten that fourth point, 4-0 right now as Hall and Cockrell looking to close out this second set here. You got 2 points to move on to tomorrow.
I wish we had cameras and I wish we had slow motion, because the point that Reese just won, she comes to the net. She has the ball kind of moving relatively slowly to her, but the girls are spaced out nicely. So with the whole court to her left to play with, she no-look passes it like Magic Johnson to the right.
Oh, man.
And it's a small spot, but if you hit it, no one's there. Just a beautiful play. Sayre serves now to Callie. Callie knows she needs to do something, so really big forehands now. Back to Sayre. Sayre tries to go back door. Olivia's there, back and forth. 3 shots back and forth between the up players. Now it gets back to Callie. Great point. Reese up at the net tries to put one away. Callie gets it back. A big lob to Callie. Oh, takes it without bouncing. Callie with one of the tennis shots of the day. A big lob, and instead of waiting for it to bounce, she comes up and takes it out of the air. Neither Rough Rider prepared for that and wins the point. That's the kind of chances you kind of have to take if you are Gatesville now, with all the conventional strategies not working.
I mean, at this point, whatever you got in the bag, you better empty it.
That's right.
You better empty all the
Throw it
bags
at
of
'em.
tricks.
That's right. Good serve by Sayre. She's been really remedied her serve. And now up shots from Reese. Stepped in front of the.
As we lost Chris again there. Sorry about the technical difficulties. I think the service is a little iffy where he is. I think we got him back. Chris, you back?
Yeah, I'm back, but I don't know why that's happening. I'm just.
We had it that last time. We had it going until this last. It was going good for a while there. I don't know. Maybe people are over there all using their phone, taking up all
There's
our.
not as many of them.
Yeah, maybe they're doing something, taking up all the bandwidth.
That's what it was during the rain delay. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's an alien presence. But Sayre Hall hits a beautiful serve, moves Olivia all the way off the court. And when that happens, your up man takes the position. Where you're going to hit it, you're not looking. You're going to hit it probably right to me, and did. Reese Cockrell puts it away.
Hey, something to try, Chris. If you want to try turn your camera off, maybe that will take some of the bandwidth usage that we're using, maybe less. Maybe that'll help. You hit the camera.
Yeah, how do I do that? What button do I push?
You should just push the little video camera button, and it should take your camera off, where I won't have to.
Okay. Okay. Oh yeah.
No, that turned it around. That might not work.
Okay.
It should just be
I minimized it.
the camera button on the. If you bring up the phone call, the camera button there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That'll turn it into an audio only call, and then maybe that'll help us some.
And while I was playing around in the 20th century with 21st century toys, the girls win the 5th game. And I saw a beautiful stroke. I don't have any idea how it happened, but while I was messing with my phone, it's a 5-0 lead. And remember, this was an 0-2. It started 0-2, and I was kind of concerned. And then, man, they've come back strong. Dad. Say that again.
We're warmed up now.
We're warmed
They're
up.
warmed up. Hey, I like that. I mean, it just took them a little bit to warm up. That's good. That's good.
That's Sayre's dad. We're warmed up now. He knows how that works.
So that
5 hours off court.
Well, that's true. He's getting 4 to 5 hours off court.
Hey, so they may want to.
And then
They may
a
want to.
longer wait than normal.
They may want to play this next game now instead of waiting until tomorrow, Chris.
If they could play the next round now, would they? Absolutely. Instead of sleeping on it. Dad says that would be a great idea. Not going to happen.
Yeah.
So a chance now to break and win the match. and go to dinner and go to the hotel. Second serve goes to Reese. Reese hits it too far wide, and Gatesville wins the first point. Hey, Superintendent, where is Gatesville in Texas?
I have no idea. I think
Really?
it's out by Waco.
Is it a Waco suburb? Because I mean, I like their letter and their. I mean, I know you got to be a fan of the black and gold look on the the Steeler S.
There's nothing wrong with the Steelers sign.
Let's see. Let's see if I can figure that out here.
Brett, that's sorry.
So
Our superintendent's a
Gatesville.
great guy. He's a great superintendent.
Gatesville looks like it's west of Waco, Chris.
West of Waco. Okay, just west of Waco. The gate
Kind of.
to the west.
Yeah,
for
kind
Waco.
of. There's a triangle between Waco. You have Temple South and Gatesville. It's kind of like a little triangle. So it's over that direction. So
Serve to Sarah Hall. They have split the first 2 points. Sarah puts a really good return where all Callie can do is try to defensively lob with their back to the court. Those are low percentage shots. It goes out of bounds, and the Lady Riders in this sixth game of the set have a commanding, well, not a commanding, but they have a lead. So Reese's turn, a little chop shot over to the side. Big forehand from Callie, but she should have moved. Reese puts it back right at her feet, and instead of moving back to get the right position, she tried to do the quick bounce shot, and it didn't go right at all. So double match point. Serve hits the top of the net. They have two chances to outright win the match with Callie serve. The first two games, she was unstoppable with that serve, but they figured it out. The long backhand, the big lob that goes to the up player. Reese puts it away in the corner, and they're going to go to the second day. Two center girls going to the final four here in the doubles match, and Jalen Postel, final four in the singles match. Hey, Jalen.
That's my brother.
Proud of them?
Very.
Yeah, pretty cool. They watched you play a pretty good game, vice versa.
Yes, exactly.
Not bad. Okay.
we should have got her
Well,
on. We should have got her commentary thoughts, Chris, as you had.
We should have done. We should have had her as an announcer. She knows more about this than I do. And that
She
tomorrow. Okay.
She sounds like she's willing to talk. I mean, she
Yeah.
has someone that knows that tennis, that knows the players. Be awesome.
Yeah, that's right. So tomorrow we'll do that.
Hey, you know what?
Especially if she
could
wins
be
that semifinal round.
she could be a future Nenison tennis coverage girl, right? I mean,
I guess
hey,
so.
she gets
Yeah.
out of tennis
Why
and
not?
yeah.
See where she goes to college. Maybe she'll stay around here so we can train her up right. Yeah, that'll be great. All right, that finishes the tennis, but we're not finished with the broadcast. We're going to talk to the winners, the coach, and we're going to kind of get an idea of what tomorrow will look like for Shires and me. Shires doesn't know it's going to start at 8 o'clock.
he's
Oh, that's
he's
gonna
in
be
for a
great.
rude awakening.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
gonna
Of
tell you
course,
right
now,
now. You know what my 8 o'clock's gonna look like, Chris? I don't know. I'm
What?
gonna be asleep. I don't know. I'm
You're
gonna
gonna
be. I'm gonna be in bed.
You're going to
still.
be unconscious, subconscious, unconscious.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's I think I would prefer that. But no, not really. One Saturday a week with just the center tennis team is just fine with me.
So we're gonna go post game show.
It's a post-game show. Before we do, let me say one more time, thank you to Steve Waters and everybody that works at Sabine State Bank. There's a 1 day down and 1 day to go as they bring us the regional tennis tournament. It's where legends are made. Your name gets put, Brett, on the fence
Maybe
if you go to state.
maybe one of these
And-
years I can meet Steve Waters. I hear all these people and now they support us. I'm
You probably
from me way up here in the north part of East Texas. I appreciate all the center sponsors. They're real.
Well, that's great. Yeah, you will not forget him. He's one of those guys, and his magnetism and the warmth of his staff and the quality of his products brings people to the fastest growing bank in Shelby County, right next to Brookshire Brothers, Sabine State Bank. Thank you very much. Now, a quick word from our friends at Schaffner's Washateria, and it's a baseball or a softball game for the Rough Riders. That's our post-game show sponsor. Schaffner's Washateria, owned by Will Blacksher. It's been around for so long. I don't remember a Shelby County without that washateria there, but they keep it modern. They keep it going. And they even have folks that can help you with your load of laundry at Schaffner's Washateria. Okay, Wiggins Farms brings us this last post-game report, and there's
Well,
not going to be much to it.
I got Wiggins Farms. We can roll that.
Hey, go ahead. Let me take a quick break. Let's hear from Wiggins Farms.
Wiggins Farms. You know, they call them the watermelon family, but the product from their farm when the melon's just a baby, all the way through to the harvest to your table. It's the juiciest, best melons available. Wiggins Farms, hat not included.
All right, we're back here at exactly this. What tennis is that in Bryan? Is that where that is? Where you are?
High school. It's in Bryan, not in College Station, and it's right off of Earl Rudder Freeway. Mr. Rudder was a commander in the Army, started his career right before World War II, but was a lieutenant colonel and led a pretty large group in the Normandy invasion. And from there, just continued to move up in the ranks and had a very distinguished military career. And Bryan College Station has a lot of stuff named for Mr. Rudder. That's where we are here at that tennis facility. All right. We got Ken folks. Good job. We'll do it tomorrow. Great thing about tennis is it's a family. And let me see if I can get the winners now, y'all. I was a little concerned at 0-2. Were you?
Very much so, yes.
Well, what was there anything unusual going on, or is it just that way in tennis sometimes?
I think we were just in our heads a lot.
Really?
Yeah, very, very much.
How did you get out of that head?
She told me to stop.
That's what it came down to. You said stop.
I said it's only the second match or game or whatever. I said stop. We're okay.
And boy, it worked because you were having some service yips, and then they left.
Yes, that's Coach. Coach
Really?
Sykes told me what I was doing wrong.
Oh, what did he say? What did he say? What did he say?
He told me that I needed to stop hitting tee. I needed to go out wide, hit their backhand.
Okay, tennis folks that like tennis but don't know what does that mean?
Serve the ball to their backhand because it's their weaker side. Basically.
And really, I think there's more of a higher percentage shot and more space.
Yeah, there is.
Okay, well, it worked because the game turned after you lost the first two. You lost one more.
We lost one more.
One more.
It was 2-1 and then 3-2, and then we got it from there.
That's called going on a 12-1 run. Well, Reese and Sayer, congratulations. What are you going to do? I mean, what happens tonight? I know you just party. What do you do? Eat and sleep?
Eat and sleep.
Yeah?
I'm ready for bed.
Okay, do a little reading.
None of that. No. Eat, sleep, and pray. Eat, sleep, pray.
Okay,
pray.
in that order.
In that order.
Well, Coach, at 0-2, I was a little worried. I don't know that you were, but you went and said something, and it righted the ship. She said it had to do with her serve. Sayer did.
Well, I basically just confirmed what they already knew. And we got off to the slow start that we had discussed.
Yeah.
And so there was still a little nerves there. And I just confirmed to them, hey, hit your spots that we talked about today with the serving. And once they started to see, oh, Coach knows what he's talking about, they started hitting their spots. And then all of a sudden we got some free points. They were hitting their first serves in the certain spots. And we were getting free points off returns. Then the next thing we know, okay, well, we're holding serve pretty easy now. Yeah. Now let's start putting pressure on these girls with on their serve, and it just turned the tide right then.
They went on a 12-1 run, but in the first set, I wasn't really necessarily aware of that. The games were long and hard fought, and they were winning them. But I think by the second set, it was an avalanche.
Definitely. I mean, basically, when it got to 3-2, like Sayer was saying, and I think we won 4 straight games from there to finish the set, and that built the confidence that they knew that they needed to have to carry that momentum into the second set, and that's what they did.
So your singles player, it was either going to be China Spring or Taylor. Who is it going to be?
I honestly didn't look at the bracket, but I feel like Taylor won the first set. They came off the court, so there wouldn't have been a third set. So I feel like it's Taylor. And Taylor is an opponent we saw last year. So Jalen, I think, feels pretty confident. But I know that just watching that Taylor girl, it's going to be slice, slice, slice. She just gets everything back. So
Human backboard.
human backboard. So, some of the stuff that we talked about, trying to be more of a finisher, will come into play tomorrow. And then on the flip side of it is force that girl to do things she doesn't want to do and get her out of her comfort zone. Maybe pulling her up to the net with some short and some deep, just instead of just being a baseline backboard. So we feel pretty confident about our game plan.
And the doubles ladies, do you know who their opponent is?
Most likely Burnett.
Really?
Yeah, the number one seed Burnett. That's who we'll face tomorrow in the semifinals. And we have some history with them. And,
Considerable, yeah.
It's every year they've been here. They've played the girl that's a senior this year on the Burnett team. They saw them as freshmen, same girl, freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, and they've yet to have a win against them. But at the same time, I think that all the work they've put in this past year is built to this moment. And so I think we're going to rise to the occasion tomorrow and be ready.
If they do rise to the occasion, it'll be one of the better stories of center tennis over the last 2.5 decades.
Oh, no doubt. This particular team, we had the girls doubles before, Sarah and Reese, Emily Elliott, and Sarah Skoll. They came to state back-to-back years, and one of those years was having to beat Burnett to get there. And so I think Sarah and Reese feel like it's their turn.
Yeah.
And they've put in the time and effort to make it their turn.
Awesome. Coach, good luck tomorrow. We'll visit with you.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Chris.
All right, man. That's great stuff. They're meeting now, the whole team with the parents, getting their game faces on. So did you follow that, Brett?
Yes, yes.
The Burnett team is not the finals. It's the semifinals.
So they got it and it kind of makes it a kind of poetic, like you said. That's their spot that they've kind of ran into, and if they're able to knock them off, then it not guarantees them to get to the state, but like you said, there's that extra game possible, but it almost guarantees them a spot. So I think that's you want to knock that person that is giving you trouble off. I mean, that's probably
Absolutely.
the game that they circled on their in their mind.
Oh, yeah.
That's where they circled on their schedule. That's the one they want. I mean, if you got that team that beats you, you want to get that other chance at them. So
that's right. And it's set up. The script from Hollywood has been set up just right. Now they just have to take care of business. Okay, Wiggins Farms is the taste of summer, along with Granny B Snow Cone, and summer is almost here. Thank you, Wiggins Farms, for being with us all year until it's your turn. Wiggins Farms brings you our post-game show all season long. I'm going to do something with you, Brett, you've never done before. We have a dentist in town, Clayton Paul Wyndham,
okay.
Wyndham Family Dentistry, where
something to smile about, right?
And
see, I know. I watch enough of you guys. I watch enough of you guys broadcast. I know exactly where you were going with that.
So, but I don't know that you've ever gotten to choose something to smile about after doing this with me. Even though you're in Tyler and I'm all the way here in Bryan, College Station, you got to follow most of it. If I wasn't hanging up on you, what is something to smile about?
I think there's something to smile about for me is getting to join you today, Chris. Just to get the opportunity that you guys, we don't always get to work together. I mean, we're part of the same family, the NetSN family, but I don't always get to do games. But I've gotten to do a few with you guys this year, and the opportunity to get to help you guys out today and make sure sure that you got your center girls on the broadcast and get that back to the folks in center that aren't able to join us. I think that's something.
Yes.
Hear this guy talking. He made it possible for us to do your game because Stephen had an emergency and this guy stepped in. So would you say thank you, Brett, on the count of 3? 1, 2, 3.
Thank you, Brett.
Oh, you're welcome. Congratulations, girls.
Are you smiling? Are you smiling?
Good luck tomorrow. That's why we do it. I mean, that's honestly why I started NetSN to begin with was to get these viewers out there that can't make it to be able to support their favorite student athletes, no matter if it's center, Chapel Hill, Carthage, wherever we are. That's our goal. And so I'm excited that they played well today. And again, what I say, Chris, it was the NetSN bump. We showed up and they won today.
And they have an internal handoff to you. Okay, ready?
All right.
Back to you, Brett.
Oh,
All right,
that's
man.
good right there. We'll
Hey,
get that
we gotta
recorded.
we gotta sign these girls up, man. You gotta start recruiting some of these girls to come back and do some broadcasts with us, Chris. That's
They're all sharp enough.
I
They're
know.
all sharp enough, and they're beautiful, and they're smart, and they're athletic, and they know their stuff. So maybe we'll sign them up. All right. Well, that is Wiggins Farmers. That's also, of course, Wyndham Family Dental. They put the family in Wyndham Family Dental. It's their, not only are they the Wyndham family, but they care about your family. Okay. Our coach talk was from JBA Financial right there next to Berkshire. In fact, it's funny. It's JBA, Berkshire Brothers, and Sabine State Bank. So three of the most important sponsors today. 1, 2, 3 on the road, and our player talk, which is so much fun. Brett, it's always fun to talk to players.
Oh yeah.
Football players,
I think
but basketball players maybe a little more because they don't get as much love. But you get a softball, a baseball player, a tennis player, and you give them an interview. It's something they're likely to remember.
yeah, I don't know. I think it's to get in the spotlight them, not just covering them and watching them play, but get to actually give them a chance to make them feel special.
Yes.
Those you traveled all the way to Bryan to cover those three girls, and they appreciate it. You can tell by them. They came over. They're there. They're in great moods, great spirits, and I think it's something that makes them feel special. Because sometimes I'll be honest, football and basketball sometimes take center stage, but the sports like this, they probably appreciate this so much more than the other ones because some people just forget that those sports even are there. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd like to think so. And such a family. There are 2 or 3 of the Texas A&M. I'm looking at one of them now that were former Rough Riders that have spent their day watching their former teammates and,
Well, that's
and
awesome.
parents that no longer have kids involved. So but it's that way at every school. Every institution that has success has a culture, and that's one of the things that makes high school, I think, important and magical.
And I have a story to go with that. So I work at Chapel Hill in the school, and one of the players that played probably 2 or 3 years ago, really before Nedison was out, we were doing their games on Bulldog Sports Network. I ran into him in the hallway, and he came and told me, he said, "Man, I really appreciate you guys doing that at Nedison. I've gotten to keep up with my Bulldogs when I'm off to college." And I'm getting to watch them and get to support them. And so that right there, I mean, that's the reason we do it. It's for those kind of things,
That's right.
So it's not to get rich. It's not to. I mean, we try to, we have to pay bills and things cost money, but it's not for that. It's for these athletes and for the parents and grandparents and stuff like that. I mean, it's just awesome.
So glad you said that, Brett. That is just good to hear you say. Now I do it for the money.
That's the money man is Larry Pierce. He's the money man.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. I do it because Larry takes my money.
He takes
that is brought to you though by Center Motor Company, who's been right there on Hurst Street now for 10 years, and before that, it was on Shelbyville Highway for about 20 years, and before that, right where the pizzeria is, where that got started. And a lot of the employees have been with them for most of the last 50 years. A great tradition of excellence of Ford vehicles. Well, y'all, what a nice, great, long day. I hope you have tuned in and stuck with us. Tomorrow, though, is the bigger day of the two.
Hey, don't forget, I've been waiting all this whole time for the DQ play of the match, Chris.
Oh, you got it? Okay, DQ play of the match.
So
go ahead.
I've been waiting because I was kind of listening to you this time, trying to remember. And my favorite one, I can't see it, but I'm just visualizing the no-look hit to the wide open spot in the court. To me, as a basketball guy, the no-look pass is always cool, but the no-look hit to get the point, that's my favorite play that you called in this match.
I'm glad that you picked that because I had that's the mine too. When you since you say it, that's it. It was not a particularly important point. It was just a beautiful one. As she could have gone anywhere, but if she had, they might have gotten it back. That was the one place that was a home run, and she found it. DQ, that's what I like about Texas. Find your favorite meal, your favorite dessert at your favorite Dairy Queen today. Well, man, thank you so much. We'll do this again tomorrow, and you're welcome to be a part of it if you can. I'd love to have you back.
Well, I appreciate the invite. I know I'll probably be coaching some soccer tomorrow. I've got something about I keep myself so busy. I guess it's just I can't sit still. Tonight I've actually had the opportunity to kind of relax back and get to listen to you and kind of chip in every once in a while. I've got a couple of games that we're kind of keeping an eye on over here for their NetSN broadcast. But tomorrow I'm dad and soccer coach for a little bit of the day. So
Well,
got
good. That's
son and
right
daughter.
where you need to be.
Son and daughter playing, but I'm here for the Rough Riders. I hope they go and take both matches ups tomorrow and move on. And man, I've just really enjoyed it. Thanks for letting me join you tonight and kind of run the ship. It's hard to replace Shires. I mean, the counselor's a tough replacement. So hopefully I at least lived up to his expectation on this podcast.
Yeah, I think you did, and I hope that things are going well there with Shelbyville and Timpson softball broadcast. Well, everybody, tune in the morning for more of this round 3 from the regional tournament. Thank you, Brett, and thank you, Stephen Shires, and thank all of you for watching. I'm Chris Watlington. We'll see you in the morning.
Here at L4 Media, we talk high school football, 4A, 3A, and 2A in Texas. We talk East Texas sports. We talk NFL, guy talk, movie and booze. We also talk wrestling and so much more. So like and subscribe and check us out.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
The Northeast Texas Sports Network is dedicated on delivering the most entertaining sports broadcasts in East Texas. And if you're interested in having your next sporting event streamed live, visit us online at netsn.live.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in